Hi first graders, welcome back to Reading and Poetry. Today we're going to talk about finding the main idea of a poem. We did a lot of work with finding the main idea with supporting details or evidence when we did our nonfiction unit. But you can also find the main idea of a poem too. Let's remind ourselves what the main idea means. Remember, the main idea is the most important point or thought or what the text is mostly about. The main idea really best describes what the poem is about, and you can use some clue words to help you find that main idea. You might look for words that repeat. You might look for words that talk about the theme or the purpose of the poem. You can use all those clue words to help you figure out what the text, or in this case, the poem, is mostly about. We're going to practice doing this today. I'm going to read this poem called Firefly by Jacqueline Woodson. I'm going to read the poem, and then afterwards, I'm going to find some clue words that will help me figure out the main idea or what this poem is mostly about. Firefly by Jacqueline Woodson. It's almost May, and yesterday I saw a firefly. You don't see them a lot in the city. Sometimes in the park, in the near dark. One comes out, you'll hear a little kid shout, "Lightning bug, firefly." It's almost May, and yesterday I caught a firefly in my hand. First firefly I seen in a long, long time. Make a wish, Miss Edna said. Make a good one. Firefly wishes always come true. I'm going to look for some clue words that will tell me what this poem is mostly about. Well, I see a lot of the words repeating that are firefly. There's the word firefly, firefly, firefly. The word firefly repeats many, many times, and the word firefly is even the title of the poem. So I think this poem definitely has something to do with fireflies. I think another clue in this poem is that it's almost May, which I see repeats a couple of times also, which tells me it's probably nice out. And the person this poem is about is probably outside a lot, maybe even in the park. I see those words here too. Let's see, let's take a look at all of my clues. It's almost May, firefly, in the park. All my clue words are telling me that this poem is about somebody who was outside looking for fireflies. Maybe in the spring, because it's taking place in the month of May. I think that's the main idea. Now, I'm going to show you what you'll do for your assignment. You're going to fill out these boxes today. First, you'll tell me which poem you read. Then you'll tell me the main idea, or what your poem is mostly about. And then you'll give your evidence that supports your thinking. That would be all the clues that you found in your poem. I'll start by writing the title of my poem. The title of my poem is Firefly. This poem is mostly about, well, I remember I said this poem was mostly about somebody who is catching fireflies on a spring day, or maybe in a spring night, because it does say in the near dark. This poem is mostly about catching fireflies in the spring. Do you think that sums up what my poem is mostly about? I think so. Now I need to make sure I give my evidence. How did I figure out what my poem was mostly about? Well, I used all of my clue words. So let's see. I can just list some of the clues that I found. I can take them right from the poem. Let's see. I'm going to just make a little list. Here's one evidence. Firefly. Another piece of evidence is it's almost May. I can just take those words right from the poem as my evidence. In the park is another piece of evidence. I'll write that one too. There we go. Let's take a look. The poem I read is Firefly. This poem is mostly about catching fireflies in the spring. My evidence is firefly. That word repeats a lot. It's almost May. That tells me it's spring. And in the park. I think all of those parts of this poem really help support my thinking that the main idea is mostly about catching fireflies in spring. First graders, you have 2 poems that you can choose from today. You'll write the name of your poem in the yellow box, your main idea in the green box, and your evidence in the blue box. Have fun!